Hello everyone, welcome to channel Qtomation. In today's session we will see how to update tuples, unpacking of tuples, count and index methods of tuple. So in the last lecture we have seen that once tuple gets created, we cannot change its values. So basically tuples are unchangeable or immutable, but there is a workaround. Now let's see practically. So I am going to PyCharm. Let's create a new Python file. So simply I am creating a new Python file. Let's name it as tuple part2 demo. So we have created a Python file. So now let's create one tuple. So I am creating one tuple, my tuple, round brackets, and I am assigning some value here. Let's say apple, banana, kiwi. Yeah, so we have created one tuple, and we know that once tuple is created, then we cannot change the values. For example, if I try to change the value of banana in this tuple, then let's see what happens. So how to access the tuple value? We can simply use my tuple. Then we have to mention the index position. For example, banana is at first index position. And now let's see, I am assigning new value to that position. So let's say I am assigning, let's say, pineapple. But if you see, here we can see one error that tuple don't support item assignment. Or we can simply execute the file and let's check what happens. So it will throw the error. It shows that tuple object does not support item assignment. That means tuples are immutable. We cannot change the values once it's created. We cannot change the value directly. So I cannot change the value of apple, banana or kiwi directly in the my tuple. But there is one workaround. So if you want to convert or we want to change the value, what we can do, we have to simply convert that tuple into list first, then change the list and convert back list into a tuple. So that's how we can change the value. So now let's say, again going to PyCharm. Now I want to change the value of banana in this tuple. So directly we cannot do that. But what we can do, we can convert this tuple into a list. We can create a new list and then change the value in that list and then again convert that list back into tuple. That's the workaround. So what we can do, so let's say I can simply create one list variable, let's say my list equals to, and we have to convert or we have to pass this tuple, my tuple, to that list. So what this will do, so this statement will simply convert our my tuple values into a my list value. It will convert into a list. So if I simply print, let's say I am simply printing my list. So when we try to print my list, let's execute this file. So it is in a list format now, right? Now once we have received the list, so list we can modify, right? So in the list we can modify the values. So what I will do, so I will simply change the value of first element, that is, let's say my list. We can simply change value of my list. Index position of banana is, so we want to change the value of banana, right? So index position of banana is 1. So my list of 1 equals to, now I can assign the pineapple value, pineapple, and then so it will convert, it will change the value of banana in that list and it will make it as pineapple, but that's still in list format. Now let's say I'm again printing my list. So let's print my list. So when we print my list, now that list value is changed, right? So in earlier here it was banana, but we have assigned pineapple value to that first element. That means pineapple is assigned to banana value. So now new list is looking like this, right? But it's in list format. Now we can simply again convert this list into our my tuple, right? So we can convert the list to tuple, right? So how we can convert that? So I will again define my tuple equals to tuple, and in this we have to simply pass my list. So we can pass my list into this. So this statement will convert my list into tuple. So it will convert list into tuple, and after that we can simply check print my tuple. So when we print my tuple, let's print my tuple, the value is changed now, right? So this is how we can convert tuple into a list, then modify the value in the list, and again convert that list into tuple. That's the workaround. We cannot change the tuple value directly, but we can convert that tuple into list, then modify the values in that list, and again convert that list back into a tuple, right? So this is how we can simply convert, or we can simply update or modify the values in tuple by using workaround. Now let's move to the next topic, tuple count and index method. So tuple count method returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a tuple. So what that means? So for example, we have my tuple which contains apple, banana and kiwi as values. Now I want to check how many times apple is repeated in my tuple. So we can simply use my tuple dot count method. So count method will return how many times that specified value is repeated in my tuple. So I will just mention the value, let's say apple. So how many times apple is repeated in my tuple? It is only single time, right? So it's 1. So it should return value as 1. So let's run this file. So when we run, it will return 1. Now I am just increasing one more value. Let's say I am adding one more apple value in our my tuple. Now it should return 2, right? It should return 2 because apple is present 2 times. Now what happens if there is no value? So I am removing all the apple values from our tuple. So in that case, now there is no value present in my tuple, which is apple, right? So in this case, it should return 0 because apple is not present in my tuple. So this is how we can use count method. And there is one index method as well. So what index method does? So count method returns the number of times a specified value occurred in a tuple. Index method searches the tuple for a specified value and returns the position of value where it was found. So it returns the position, it returns the index position where that specified value is found. So let's say print my tuple dot index, and we can specify the value for which we want to find out the index position. So I am just mentioning the banana first. So banana is present at 0th position, right? So banana position is having 0 position, index is 0. So it should return 0. It will return 0. Now if I pass the value of kiwi, now kiwi is present at first index position. So it will return 1, index as 1. Now let's say it will always return the first occurrence. For example, if I repeat the kiwi, or I'm just repeating the value one more time, I'm just pasting it again. So now this tuple contains banana 2 times, kiwi 2 times, but it index method returns the first occurrence. Now what is the first occurrence of kiwi? 0 and 1. So kiwi occurred first time on first index position, so it should return 1. Now if I put banana here, so banana, when is the banana occurred first time? So banana is occurred at 0th index, right? So it should return 0. So it always returns the first occurrence of an element present in my tuple or in the tuple, correct? And what if that specific value is not present at all? Let's say I am putting apple. Now apple is not present in our my tuple. So what it will return? It will throw an error, right? So it is saying that tuple index x is not in tuple. That means apple value is not found in tuple. So that's how index and count method we can use. So count method, we can simply return the number of times the specified value occurred in a tuple. Index method searches the tuple for a specified value and returns the position of value where it was found. Now let's move to the next topic, that is unpacking tuples. So we have seen that whenever we create a tuple, we normally assign values to it. This is called packing a tuple. So we define my tuple which contains apple, banana and cherry. It is known as packing of tuple. But in Python, we are also allowed to extract the values back into variables. This is called unpacking. So what we are doing here, so if you simply, this is the packing of the tuple, but we can do assignment. For example, we can assign this apple variable to some another value, banana to some another value, cherry to some another value. So what is the syntax for that? So this is the statement. This is basically syntax. So in round brackets, we have mentioned green, yellow and red equals to my tuple. So what it will do? It will assign the first value, that is apple to green, banana to yellow, cherry to red. And when we print green, yellow and red values, it will print output as apple, banana and cherry. Now let's see practically. I am going to PyCharm. Only we have defined one tuple, my tuple equals, which holds the value of apple, banana and cherry. This is known as packing of tuple. Now I am putting some values here. Let's say green, yellow, red equals to my tuple. So what this statement will do, this is known as unpacking of tuple. What it will do, it will assign the value of apple to green, banana to yellow and cherry to red. So when we try to print green, yellow and red, let's print the values of green, yellow and red. Let's execute this file. So it will print apple, banana and cherry, because apple value is assigned to green, banana assigned to yellow and cherry assigned to red. The number of variables must match the number of values in the tuple. So here which we have defined number of values 1, 2 and 3. Here is also 1, 2 and 3. Correct? If not, you must use asterisk to collect the remaining values as list. For example, if the number of variables is less than the number of values, then we can add asterisk or this star symbol to the variable name and the values will be assigned to the variable as a list. For example, let's say my tuple is having apple, banana, cherry, strawberry and raspberry. There are 5 values. But during unpacking, if you just see here, there are only 3 values, green, yellow and red. So these values are less than these values. So in this case, what will happen? We have to use asterisk here. So what it will do, that means first value, that is apple, will be assigned to green, banana will be assigned to yellow, and remaining all the values, that is cherry, strawberry and raspberry, these values will be assigned as a list to this red, right? So when we try to print red, it will print the list which contains cherry, strawberry and raspberry. Star means remaining values which are cherry, strawberry and raspberry. Now let's see practically. So I am defining, let's say my tuple, which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. And here I am unpacking. So let's say green, yellow and red. But these are only 3 values. So apple will be assigned to green, banana will be assigned to yellow, and here we have to use star or asterisk. What it will do, so remaining values, those are cherry, strawberry and raspberry, they will be assigned as a list to red. So when we try to print green, it will print apple. When we try to print yellow, it will print banana, and red will print entire list from cherry, strawberry and raspberry. So it will print the list which is containing cherry, strawberry and raspberry. Now let's run this file so we can see the output. So green prints the apple, banana value assigned to yellow, so it's printing banana, and when we print red, it will basically assign cherry, strawberry and raspberry in a list format to red, right? Now let's say this star operator, I am simply removing it from here and I am using it in yellow phase, yellow. So what it will do, so it will assign, so green is first value, apple is first value, so apple will be assigned to green, so this print statement will print apple. Last one is red, so last value is raspberry, so raspberry will be assigned to red, so when we try to print red, it will print raspberry. And here we have used asterisk operator, that means this yellow will contain the list which contains banana, cherry and strawberry. So these 3 value will be assigned as a list to yellow. So let's execute this file. So when we run this file, we can see simply print green is printing apple, red is printing raspberry, and asterisk yellow, that means remaining all the values in the middle, banana, cherry and strawberry, this value will be assigned as a list to yellow, right? So that's how it print. Now let's say I use this star operator at the start, then what will happen? Now last value is raspberry, so raspberry will be assigned to, let's execute this file and check it. So when we execute this file, so we can see, right, red is having value of raspberry, yellow is having second last value of strawberry, and initial all the values which contains apple, banana and cherry will be assigned as a list to green. So when we try to print green, it will print list which is apple, banana and cherry. So this is known as unpacking of tuple, and by using star operator. So we have seen that number of variable must match the number of values in the tuple. If not, we should use asterisk to collect the remaining values as a list. If the number of variable is less than the number of values, we can add asterisk to the variable name and the values will be assigned to a variable as a list format. Correct? We have also seen what happens when we can simply use that asterisk is added to another variable name, then the last Python will assign values to the variable until the number of values left matches to the number of variables left. That's also we have seen practically, right? So this is all about the tuples in Python. In the coming session, we will see some another interesting topic.